Hi, yes, hello, it is me, Redacted ASMR, also known as Eric, and it is officially August. Woo! How fun. It is weird to think that it's already August, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty crazy. July was great. I had my birthday. There was the channel anniversary. It was a great time. It was a lot of fun. We had the channel trivia stream. Yeah, it was a good time all around. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a lot of announcements for August, to be honest. It's gonna be more videos. We're gonna see the return of a couple characters that we haven't seen in a while, which should be fun. And yeah, there's nothing major to announce for this month. So I guess we can just get into the video recaps. Okay, so first up we've got Morgan. And all it took was 19 months. Yeah, so Morgan specifically, and Sears in general, were first name dropped in a Milo video a year and a half ago. And then with no further clarification or elaboration or even any mention, the concept of Sears fell off the side of the earth in my content. There goes my chair. It really wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to leave that plot thread in the air for so long, but that's kind of what ended up happening. It's just tough because I have a lot of characters. I have a lot of stories that I want to tell, and at the same time, I also want the channel to do well. I want to get my work in front of as many people as want to hear it. And I know how much people love the established characters, and I love them too. You know, I love making the channel staples, you know? The David videos, the Vincent videos, Asher, Milo, Sam, the heavy hitters. I love these characters. I wouldn't make so many videos of them if I didn't. If the channel existed in a vacuum, you know, then sure, I could just cycle through the list of established characters and go through a rotation where it's like, you get one David video every 14 videos or whatever, however many mainline characters I have, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it that way. That's not what this channel is. Not every character is going to have the same number of videos, and it's a balancing act, and it can be really tough. Managing my own desire to make certain videos, managing that with viewer expectations and with the progression of different plot lines, and with wanting to have a better mix of happy videos and serious videos. All of those factors combine when I'm deciding what to make next, and it's messy. And sometimes things fall through the cracks, and Morgan was one of those things. I'd been planning that video of his for like damn near that whole 19-month stretch, long before I had thought up inversion or how that would play into being a seer. I was thinking of a Morgan specific audio. I actually started a script for him last June, kind of in earnest, and he was going to be that year's summer solstice video. But when I realized that year, 2021, the date of the summer solstice lined up with Father's Day, I just saw a much more meaningful opportunity with the David video that I ended up making. And I'm really glad I made that change. I think that David video is a really important one. But I am really glad to have finally had Morgan get his own video and to finally get to reveal that lore about Sears that I've been sitting on all this time. I'm excited to get to show more of him as time goes on. Being the only known Seer Obscura has really affected him in a lot of ways. And I'm excited to explore that, especially through the lens of this listener character who offers a sort of sense of camaraderie that he had never imagined possible. But they have their own feelings about their powers, and I'm excited to get to show all of that. So, yeah. I'm really glad I was finally able to carve out a time to feature Morgan. Next, we have Vega. I'm not gonna lie, Vega has become a guilty pleasure of mine. I'm just a sucker for this kind of plotline. And this is really the first time on the channel where I've gotten to make a plot like this of my own. That plane is very loud. Well, I don't know if it'll really come up with the noise canceling. We'll see. What was I saying? This is kind of the first time I've gotten to make a plot like this for myself, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Vega is not a good person, and everything he says is so intentional and planned and purposeful and just devious, and he loves the sound of his own voice, and he is fully high on his own supply, and that is just, it's a lot of fun to get to write and voice. He just drips, and it's a lot of fun. He knows when to tell the truth to get what he wants, but he also knows how to tell it to make it serve his purposes. He's just a fun kind of bad guy to write and voice. He's not physically violent because he doesn't need to be. He's not angry or explosive or screaming. He doesn't need to do any of that. He just is what he is. And I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's a lot of fun. Next up, we have Milo, my boy. I love making Milo videos. I'm not going to apologize about that. I love him. He's fun. The scripts come easy. The performance comes easy. Even when it's very emotional, he's just a character that I have a lot of fun with. And I've been meaning to make a sleep aid with him for a while now. So now I finally did it. There are a lot of ASMR like staples, like those kinds of videos, like the classics, the sleep aids, the nightmare comfort, the getting healed / tended to / repaired, whatever, the cuddle session. They're just these like monolithic archetype videos that, as a character-driven ASMR channel, we all go for. And even with as many videos as I've made, I have examples or an example of basically all of the biggies, all of those classic video tropes, but I haven't made them for every character. I mean, like logistically I can't, but like with sleep aids, we've got ones from David, we got ones from Vincent, got ones from Blake of all people, kind of one from Asher, but up till now I hadn't made one for Milo. I haven't made one for Sam, stuff like that. There are a lot of those classic video topics that I've covered with some characters, but that I want to cover with other ones, because the way that each character handles that kind of video would be different. And that's fun. I like taking a video concept that on a fundamental one sentence level is the same, but because that character that you're now doing it with is so different, the video itself is really different, even though the theme is the same. I think that's a lot of fun. So I want to do more of that in the future. The compilations, I don't really have much to say here. They took a long time to render. But I just there's so many videos in each of these compilations that I really can't go through them, or we'd be here all fucking day. There's like, what would that be? Like 14 hours of videos in those 4 compilations. Yeah. Maybe someday when I'm feeling self-centered, I'll make a whole like inversion discussion video, and an Imperium discussion video or whatever. I don't know. Those would be really long, but we'll see. I can do like an actor's commentary, like on old DVDs, where I just talk over the whole thing. That'd be such a fucking mess. Oh my god. I used to listen to the when I was a kid, I loved, and I still do, it's still great, but I loved the live action Scooby-Doo movie. The one with like Freddie Prinze Jr. and Linda Cardellini, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Matthew Lillard, I think that's his name. Freddie Prinze Jr. I literally forgot the names I was just saying. All of them. I used to listen to that movie. Like, I loved that movie, and I used to watch it over and over and over again. Because even when I was a kid, if I liked something, I didn't want to watch something new. I just wanted to watch stuff that I knew and liked over and over and over again. You can't change me. But I used to watch that over and over and over again. And then I realized that there was like an actor's commentary version where like they're just talking over it the whole time. And then I used to watch that all the time because I loved that too. I didn't really care about director's commentary. I just wanted actor's commentary. But yeah, specifically the Scooby-Doo live action movie, actor's commentary, it was great. It was great to listen to. But anyway, that's a perfect example of why I can't do that. It would be a fucking mess. I go off on too many tangents, and I'd miss too much shit while I was rambling about something else. So anyway, let's see. After the compilations, we have Imperium James, actually. I won't linger on this one too long. Of course, I'm not going to get into the Patreon side of it, but I will say, first of all, James has a point. He's an icon. He is the moment. No, I'm kidding. But no, I really like voicing James in the canon universe. He's very morally gray, and he's pretty unapologetically that way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he knows that, and he uses it. I'm really drawn to characters that don't need to be loud or outwardly aggressive or flashy to show that they have power. I think that's always really fun to play with. Like, I mean, sure, sometimes it can be a lot of fun to be a mustache twirling baddie who's just chewing up the scenery, but more vehicle noise. But I really like more, like, he doesn't have to raise his voice to scare the shit out of you, you know? And that's a lot of fun. And what was really cool about this video is that it was a chance to explore a different side of James by way of the Imperium. We get to see that, we get to see what he can be when the situation is very different. And of course, I want to preface this by saying that the different ways of reading this Imperium James video are all valid. If you see it as sinister or like predatory, that's what the content warnings are on there for, because I know some people will feel that way about it, and I want to be mindful of that. But for what it's worth, if you want to know how I feel about James in this video, I think he's actually being really earnest. He really does love his listener. They really are incredibly important to him, and he wants to bring them some peace and some pleasure. And the way that they explore that start of a relationship in all of its, questionable glory, is really meant as more of a commentary on the state of things in the Imperium itself, rather than on them as characters. Like, when stuff is that fucked up and that different, the ways that you find happiness with another person might not be the clean and simple and conventionally romantic ways we've got in the real world. So, yeah. When I was first writing that script, I had different ideas of how it might go and what the vibe might be, but what I found it ending up settling into as I wrote it, and then especially as I performed it, was that it was somber and earnest and sincere and sad and almost desperate. And I think it really serves a picture of what it can be like to be in the Imperium as I imagine it, in a story that's a little more understated than what I've done in the AU before this. So yeah, I'm actually really proud of that video, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And it's cool to get to show what James maybe could be like if things were different. Let's see. Next, we've got Aaron. I love playing Aaron. I say that every time, but he's a lot of fun. I'm a sucker for grumpy softies, in case you couldn't tell. And yeah, this one was another one of those classic archetypical videos, the waking up in the morning video, where it always comes down to who wants to stay in bed, who wants to get up, what's that play out like. It's a go-to, and it's always a good time. Plus, it's kind of easier to play a sleepy character because you don't have to emote as much. Um, yeah, and it was also kind of a fun like mirror to Ollie's latest video, where he was trying to get his listener to stop working and go to sleep, and such now have Aaron trying to get his listener to let him get up so he can get to work. It was a fun one. It was a good time. All right, and now we have Blake. I know there were some comments that it feels like this episode didn't move us along very far, and it's true. I agree. I considered other ways of doing it, but it was important to me to lay this groundwork before we get into the next step of the storyline. So this episode served an important function, even if it might have been a little understandably frustrating. In a perfect world, what happened in this video would have just been part of the end of the last video rather than being a standalone thing, but hey, the world's not perfect. And I sure as hell am not. So we gotta make do. But yeah, I don't really have much to say on this one. Blake is a lot of fun to voice, mostly because of his duality. And it's an interesting twist on it because within a single video, you don't really see that duality as much. It comes out when you compare the way he is with the two different listeners, his listener versus the Sunshine. And he's just a little bit more of a loose cannon, which can be fun. Like, he generally keeps most of his emotions under control, but you get to see moments where he snaps. If you compare it to like Vega, Vega has all the time in the world, and he knows it. Nothing really phases him. Nothing you can say to him is really gonna get to him. But Blake is desperate. The clock is ticking, and he really knows it. And it terrifies him. And because of that, there are times when he just finally snaps, and you get to see more of what's inside, and that can be fun to play. So, yeah. All right. Jordy, my boy. This video was kind of tough to make, but I've actually been planning it since his first video, believe it or not. I knew from the start that if after making his first video I ended up liking it and wanting to make more, I knew that first video wouldn't be the only time they'd have to have this conversation. And I just want to take a sec to say that I know that, especially since my content has you as a listener kind of inhabit the role of a character, that for some people it can be really jarring when that listener character does something that they don't think they personally would do. And I get that. For some people, the answer to that is to imagine an OC in the role rather than themselves. For other people, it's just to listen without really imagining a listener character at all. Different people do different things. But while I like to leave a lot of things open so that people can imagine it however they want, like appearance or backstory to an extent, or listener names, like things like that, I like leaving a lot up in the air for listener interpretation. But at the same time, I'm also telling a specific story, and the listener is a character in that story. So they're going to take action. And sometimes that action might not be something you want them to do. And I know that can be uncomfortable. I've been a listener of this kind of stuff for years before I ever made it myself. I've spent, probably more time on that side of the screen. I've been listening to an audio and been pissed that a listener character did something that I didn't like. I've felt put off by that, so I get it, really. But with this story in particular, I think this is a really important thing to explore. It would be great if in real life all it took was one conversation to fix a problem. It would be great if loving someone and knowing that they love you was enough to push through a problem without having to have a confrontation. It would be really fucking nice if we only had to set our boundaries with someone once, especially someone that we care about. But it's usually not like that, especially when the problem in question is something that's more deeply ingrained in the person doing it. And when a situation like that happens, you have to weigh the options, how much are you willing to take? How many chances do you give someone? Is it enough that they're trying? When is trying not enough anymore? What is your line that you're not willing to let someone cross, even once? There isn't really one right answer to those questions. It's different for everybody. And a lot of times, unfortunately, we don't know where our personal line is until somebody's already crossed it and the damage has been done. I know Jordy has become a really popular character on the channel, and when things are good between him and his listener, they're great, and the videos are fun, and I like showing that side of it. I like making those videos, but I knew from the start that this conflict between them was going to come up again, and that it was going to involve a lot more than one conversation. So for those who feel like I'm ruining this great relationship that they've become invested in, I can understand why you're upset, but not everything I make is going to be happy or comforting. Just like not everything I make is going to be angsty or sad. I think this relationship, showing that you can have really high highs and then crash back into really low lows with a person, is real. And maybe that's not great for views, maybe it's going to hinder some of the growth of the series, but it's the story I planned to tell, and it's more important to me to stick to that than to pretend that every problem they have would just get patched up with a little bow after one chat. So this was, it was tough to make, but I'm really glad I made it, and that I'm following through on this. And that lastly leaves David and Greg. Gregory, of course, being voiced by my very good friend, Love Boldly ASMR Audio. You should definitely go check out his stuff if you haven't. I'm really grateful to him for helping to bring this character to life. This video serves as a kind of turning point, again, in the narrative. The threat of Quinn kind of abated for a bit, but now that plot is going to get going again. it's not going to, excuse me, it's not going to completely encompass the storylines of all the characters involved, because I mean, that's not how it would work in real life either. You know, they've all got day-to-day lives to worry about, and they're not going to stop living just because there's a potential danger on the horizon. So in that sense, don't worry. This is not going to dictate every Wolf Boy and Sam audio for the foreseeable future. But it will be an ongoing problem that will finally be tackled. You know, I've said before that inversion was not planned super far in advance. Just, I don't know, a few months maybe, I guess. And the Quinn plotline had existed before that one. But I felt that inversion was a way more important storyline to deliver on, and it was already big enough. The last thing I wanted to do was muddle it even more by throwing Quinn into the mix. So he got put on hold for inversion until now. But for those who have been wanting more of that plot, it's finally picking up again. So here you go. Yeah, and that's it. That's it for recaps. I hope you guys like these retrospectives. They're fun to make. I get to ramble about my shit for a little while, and that's always fun. With that done, that now leaves us with the patron shout-outs. Every month in my update video, I shout out the names of my devoted and obsessed tier patrons. So if you want to have your name shouted out in a video like this, then you can join my Patreon at either of those tiers. The link is down below. Anyway, touch the mic. Hello. Okay, so let's get into it with the devoted patrons. We have Cutie Pie, Kai's Phobia, Ketzel, Drew Chu, Mitzi, ARR, Arzu Angeles, Abby Richter, Abigail, Ace, Ace of Clowns, Adrian Peebles, Adventurous Winter, Aiden, Aeon Eternal, Aizawa's Waifu, Alexandra, Alexis B, Alexis Baxter, Allie Knight, Alex Duham, Aaliyah Larder, Ali, Alui, Amada, Amani, Amaya, Amber Phillips, Aminette the Fox, Amy B, Amy Lizzie, Anna, Androleta, Angmar, Angel from Hell, Angela Martinelli, Anger Spud, Anime Titties, Anna Wills, Anna.RKB, Anush, Anya Moody, Aonia, AQ Fox, Ari Kotzi, Arian, Arctic Kate Kit, Ashley Lee, Asia Owens, Athena Keehee, Atomic Teacup, Authentic Hot Mess, Asia, Azazel, BF Bugleberry, Betos, Bailey Riley, Baz Ousts, Beck, B, Belial, Belle Arachne, Bernie White, Beza McCall, Bianca, Billy, Blue Og, Blue Sea, Blue Jaga, Bonjour Segine, Bouge, Brianna Jones, Brenna, Bree, Brianna, Breezy, Brittany Ibanez, Brooke Mushensky, Brooks, Brupin, BTS Army, Bubbles and Acid, Bull Black Hole, Bunny Baby, Cactus Wolf, Cal, Callie Sosa, Cameron, Cami Antez, Candice Monsive, Candy, Karazi Eminem, Carla Dillon, Carmen 27, Carmilla Dragons, Cass Ross, Casper Lee, Cassandra Burgos, Cassandra Dewin, Cassandra Hyatt, Catella Ars, Catherine Greer, Ciara Carson, Celeste, Celesto, Cerberus, Chaos John, Chapeau, Shell, Shasir Kingsley, Chloe, Chris, Christina K, Chris Zilla Rar, Chuff, CC Saurus, Closeted Corvid, Classically Incorrect, Clemanime, Clover88, Codename Cynic, Cole, Corey, Corp Senpai, Corey Frazier, Craig Phoenix, Crow, Crude Scribbler, Crystal Power, Crystal Ash 57, Dana Clausen, Danny H, Danny Herrera, Danny Burb, Danny, Darcy, Darlin B, Davis Browse, Dean, Deanna, Deborah Kerner, Dito, Death Defying, Denew, Descreate, Desiree, Devin Franklin, Devila Make Hair, D. Reese, Diamond, Deanna, Dinanina Y, DJ Freelove, Dr. Bitchcraft, Dominique Evans, Dreamixie, Drowsy Newt, Dual Portal Destinies, Dylan, E. Nakala, Echo Gaster, E. Junkiet, Elaine, Elizabeth Collier, Elizabeth Himes, Elizabeth Reese, Ella Jasper, Elliot K, Elm JPEG, Emily, Emma Casalio, Emma Walker, Emma Lee, Emmy Mar 93, Empress Arcana, Emrys, Enzomo, Ipur Charlene, Era, Eridin Ampora, Erin, Humorously, Evelyn Enriquez, Evie, EC, Ezki, F, Ferris, Fatima Shock, Fawn and Sparrow, Fern, Flying Icarus, Friendly Faded, Fruits Basket, G, Gabby, Galaxy Eclipse 27, Gareth Phillip, Garlaxis, Jean Jess 2702, Georgia Morgan, Ginger, Glitch Ghost, Goblin, Grace Riley, Gramsy, Grayson R, Gretchen, G Spotted, Gucci Flip Flops, Gwyneth, Hades Wife, Haley Babe, Hannah Silver, Harley, Hatter Ripper, HB, Heather, Helip, Hexwood, Hey There Gumdrop, Hey Ho Gago, High Key Mika, Hiromi Hagane, Holly Ann Bearden, Hope, House Amore, Honey Bun, I Am Hippo, Ice Dragon Lady, Inez, Isaac, It's Me, Ya Boy, JAS, Jalen Sammy, Jamal Joinville, James Should Not, Jameson, Jana, Jane Doe, Jane Marshmallow, Jason, Jax's Couch, Jay, Jalen Parfit, Jasmine Rab, Jean, Janine, Jen Lippincott, Jessica Cruz, Jessica Wood, Jigsa Woogie, Jillian Santoro, JJ Edits, Jody Marie, Joe Anna, Jonah, Josie Sensi, Joy Wilson, JRE, Jules, Julie, Julia, Junie, Juno Calla, Just a Bean, Kai, Kaku's Lover, Cal, Carla A, Cat Babbles, Kate, Caitlin, Katarina Siren, Catherine, Kathleen Winstead, Catherine Pack, Katie Bellamy, Katrina, Kay Lofton, Kayla, Kayleen Nalia, Kiara Louise, Key Harris, Keller Wells, Kelly G, Kemi, Kendall, Kennedy Norris, Kenzie, Ket123, nope, Ket131, I'm sorry, Kexgo L, K0168, Kia, Kid Death 15, King Mlem 6536, Kiri's Pebble, Kit Kat, Kitten, Kiwi, Kizzy Coco, Coda Chaotic, Cody Codno, Kokyo, Kona G, Kona Ukia, Christina Scott, Christy, Krista Halligan, Kumiko Saruwatari, Kyla, Kylie, Tyrannosaurus 22, LL Lovely, Laced Aphrodite, Lady, Lady Amber, Ladybug, Lady Monotone, Lazzy, Leaf, Leda Hofhanesian, Lee, Lenau, Leo, Leslie, Lexi, Life is Spaghetti 11, Lightning Hikaru, Lil, Lily, Lily, Lindsay Paquette, Lindsay Turner, Lizzie, Lizzie Niels, Lori Diaz, Lori Janice, Loser Cat, Lottie, Lou, Lulu, Lovely Louise, Lou Vandenhoff, Lucius021, Lucy, Luna, Luna Moon, sorry, lost my place, Lightiet, Mac, Mackenzie Spire, Madame Butterfly, Madeline Marie Whitlock, Madison, Madison Doll, Madison Sefuiva Unoe? That was wrong. Madison and a Madness in a Box, May Misfits, Mandy Lynn Reiner, Mari T, Maria De Lima, Maria De Lima Wetland, Mars Bars, Martha Jackson, Mary King, Masako, Matt Garza, Max, Medusa is a Lesbian, Megan Ashley, Murmur, Mia, Mika, Midnight Lynx, Midnight, Mia Bernwald, Millie Hastings, Mimi 2657, Miranda Riley, Miss Doe, Miyuki Kion, Mochi, Molly Deppen, Momo, Monka Bang, Moo.net, Moosey Girl, Moroni Bustos, Mouse, Mrs. Nobody, Mrs. A. Carter, Musical Midnight, Mutant Glue, Maple Kazoo, Mia Ballard, Milo, Mythic Mint, Napmaster, Napping Zip, Naru, Natalia Amos, Natalie Baker, Nathan H, Nini, Nerd Girl, Nexus, Niam, Nick at Night, Nicole, Nikki Quinones, Neri, Nix, Niex, Gnomes, Nonal, North Star, Nutella64, Nine Sin, Nix Nightshade, Nix Shade, Obey Alanis, Oliver Twisted, Olivia, Olzy02, Unog Little, Oracle, Origine, Orion, Otaku Days, Otto Mesikamen, Owlish Tale, Page Enders, Palatably Weird, Pan in Panic, Pandicium, Pants Ferdinand, Penguin, Persephone, Perseus, Phenom Jack, Pickle Popcorn, Pocket, Pogo, Polypan 1280, Palm, Punk Overlord, Quest Ace, R, Rain, Rain Mitchell, Rainfire333, Rainy Benny, Rainy Day, Random Dawning, Rain Skylore, Reaps, Rebecca AH, Rebel, Red, Rathia, Riri, Release the Sirens, Rel V, Raina Z, Ria the Pinky, Rinsler, Rio, Raw, ROS, Rosa, Rosalie Quinn, Rose, Rosemarie, Roz, Rat Jams, S, Sabrina Harris, Saffron Ferlin, Sailor Aqua, Saldarin Therain, Sam, Samantha Thomason, Sammy Thurston, Sammy Wilson, Something Else Cat, Sarah Diehouse, Sarah Mangers, Sarah Rosine, Sereth, Sassy Lassie, Scarlet Kazukage, Schmerms, Scythe, Seb Castellanies, Serotonin, Serenity, Serpentarius, Several Cats in a Trench Coat, Shadow Cat, Shannon Johnson, Shira, Sidal, Sienna, Sierra, Silverguard, Silver Jasmine, Silver Lynx, Simp My Life, Situp, Skeeter291, Sky, Skylar Bray, Snow, Soap is Sophie, Soul, Some Dude, Someone1234, Sophia, Sora, Spectre, Spooks Nook, Saint Stacy, Starina Abramson, Starlina Scarlet, Starlit Snowfall, Stheno, Styx, Sugar Bear, Suho, Sunny, Swan North, Sweetly Key, Swee, Sydney Grace, Taylor Fowler, Tal as in Petal, Talina Albrecht, Tama the Floof, Tanuki, Tatum Connor, Tay, Taylor Michelle, The Pixie, Thea Jennings, The Odyssey, The Wandering Witch, Thomas Wilson, Thug AZNX, Tiffany Lawrence, Tigger XD, Timoth Tominth, Tanush Zerai, TJK 1998, Tora Tenebris, Tori, Tafasa Tardigrade, Treat Yourself, Tristan Oliver, Tropical Fussy, Your Mom, Vals, Vanessa Morgenthaler, Fantastic, V, Varen, Vesper, Vicky, Vivi, Vivitori, Void, Wallflower Loud, Wannabe Bunny Girl, Weirdo with Eyes, Hoovian Rainbow Girl, Ren, Willa Bean, William Burgess, Witchy Wonders, Wonka79, Ren, Writer for Justice, Zale S, Xander Nikiel, Xavier Cole, Tabitha, Yaritza Garcia, Yashiro Givayu, Your Cool Dad, Yotiko, Yuyuko, Zane, and Zoe, not Zoe. And then for our obsessed tier, we have a smiley face, Audrey Chavez, Mac, Rose Bella, Aaron Olmos, Ace Stuck in Space, Adriana, Aiden Faye Justice, I Love It 95, Asian, AJ Wallflower, Akika Nunez, Alex Style, Alice, Allison Posey, Ambery Artsy, Angelixia, Anna McBurney Grosh, Annalise, Anxiety Gremlin, Anyak, Ariel, Arizona, A Rosy Complexion, Asher, Ashia, Astrid, Athena Belladonna, Atlas, Audrey Sibthorpe, Autumn Slater, Bambi, Bat Queen, Bex, Belle Dokeshi, Bethany Lopez Drager, Bex, Blaine in a Bowtie, Blue Sky, Black Magic 13, Bonnie Callahan, Bookworm, Brandon D, Brittany, Bubbles, Bunny Paws, Candace, Carolus, Castle Audios, Cecilia Herda, Cereza, Chaotic, Chaotic Pain, Chastity, Chelsea Williams, Cherie, Chewbacca Out, Chi, Christian Moon, Chris, Cinnamon, Clarice Smith, Claude, Cloudy, Coconut, Cotton, Creative Name, Crywolf 883, Cryptid Alex, Crypt Kid, Cubes, Cupid Rhea Valentine, Cute Trash Crow, Dagger, Danny California, Danny Ella 7, Darby of Shire, David Shoddy's Mate, Destiny Jolly, Desi, DJ Wood, Dumb Puppy Love, E.H., Earl Grey Audios, Aiku, Electric Sin, Elaniri, Elizabeth McIntyre, Elizabeth, Elliot Eilif, Emily Lee, Emma Clark, Ender, Ava, Ezinana, Faith McLean, Foxtrot, Froze, Furious Hobbit 13, Gally Winter, Garrett, Jemmy Rose, Genesis, Gideon, Gravity Rose, Grayson Roberts, Haley, Halligan Wickeser, Hermione But Nicer, Hermster, Hester Van Sluten, His Baby Pebble, Holly, Hope Waldroop, Hunter Tucker, I Am Arcid, Ichi-Chan, Edokin 27, Iko, Ion Shark, Iris Thorn, Jade Uzumaki, Jaden Bynum 13, Jasmine Forrester, Jasmine Pollard, JJ, Jenna K24, Jennifer Luzinski, Jessica, Joey Angel, John McCluskey, Joker's Penguin, Jones Calypso, Jordan, Julie, Jilla 308, Just Key, Just Some Pancakes, Kai, Kaida the Drag, Kale, Caraliza, Caray, Karen Fernandez, Kat, Kat Corsino, Catatheus, Caitlin Kugler, Kathy Jones, Katie, Katie Bliss, Katie B, K Fom, Kaylin, KD Eller, Kelsey Crandall, Curious, Kia Takahashi, Klein, Kodelight, Komatsu, Christy Hall, Kyle Delgado, Kylie Trainer, Lane, Lee Soo-yoon, Lemonade Baby, Lemonade Brain, Levi, Lex and Kari, Lex Castillo, Leah, Lai, Lily, Lila Valentine, Listening Phoenix, Little Kim, Locke, Lore, Lostopus, Lotus, Louise Westman, Lovely Deviant Alyssa, Low-Key Squishy, Lucas Uwukas, Luca Darling, Lupita Sloan, Lycus, M, Ma, M.D. Williams, Maria, Macron, Maddie, Micah, Malibu, Mallory, Mandy Marie, Mary K. Hennig, Maximilian F., McKenna Miller, Megan, Meat, Mina, Meavy, Megan Langford, Melano, Melissa Immerman, Midnight Shadow ASMR, Meow, Mika Panda, Mimble, Mira Luca 3, Maria Cervantes, Mischief Mika, Ms. McCormick, MK, Mochis, Mojo, Monique Vig. Oh, I'm so sorry. Monique Vigurura. I ruined that. I'm so sorry. Monique Vigururawe. That's what I'm going to go with. And that was wrong. I'm sorry. Moody. Morgan Hutchinson. Mowgli Bear 09. Multidual. Mia. Nagito Komeda. Nana. Naomi Lee. Nemesis L. Neon Witcher. Nightingale 9803. Nightshade 1217. Nikki 5 cents. Nocturne. Naomi. Officer Salty. Oliver. Oregano. Orphic Will. Othello's Dolphin Tibbies. Ozzy Bozzy. Pagan Kitten. Peachy Bun. Percy. Persephone Nightmare. Pink Boss Music. Pip. Pipers. Pirate Cake. Pita Panda. Pixel Sticks 140. Princey. Pumpkin Queen. Rachel Linville. Rachel Woodward. Rage. Raven. Rhea the Law. Rebecca Kavanaugh. Red. Red Language. Rhea. Rhonda Parker. Ryan Walters. Robbie Marie. Robin. Rose Lacey. Rowan Lee. Royal T. Ralphie. Rubia. Ryan. Ryan Ellison. Ryan Gould. S. Saku AI. Salem. Sam Chu. Sani. Sarah Khan. Sarrule. Savannah. Savvy Lee. Scarlet Snow Fox. Seventh Color. Sexy Toothpaste. Shanna. Shane. Shannon Bining. Shauna. Shelby W. Shazu Rivera. Shy Eli. Simply Twunk. 6 grams of salt. SJ. Snake Charmed. Sophie. Soft Redrin. Sophia. Soupy Twist. Spring. Spunky Taylor. Saint Jimmy. Starlight and Fox. Stella St. James. Stephanie. Stray Dryad. Sugar Crash. Sugar Quisp. Sunshine 515. Taco Nugget. Talon. Tarko. Tazwell. Temp 85. Taryn Flores. The Cray. The Snake That Tempted Eve. Tiffany Theriot. Tom Banter. Toshi. Trinity H. Evangelista. Try Ting Ting. Sumi. Uncharted Freaks 53. Undeniably Emily. Ouroboros Virus. Uwu. Valum. Vampire Girl 149. Vic. Violet Sweet. Wall Paint. Whistler. Winter Prowler. Wolfie. Ren. Winmortal. Yennefer Tiefling. Zara. Zai. And Zuko. As always, thank you guys very, 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 very much. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for those of you who are patrons. Thank you so much for your support, and for those of you who just watch my stuff, thank you so much too. I really appreciate it. Yeah, let's make it a good August. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.